Good morning. Oh, it's cold, but the sun is out. And I am in Frome. It's a market town in Somerset, about 13 miles from Bath. So Frome was originally a Saxon settlement, and it was founded in 688 AD by St Aldhelm, and he based it around the monastery that was here. That monastery is now gone. The site is now where St John's the Baptist Church is. So this is where we're going to start. And Frome was known in its day for its wool trade, but now it's more known for its historic buildings, and it's supposed to have lots of them, and lots of history and medieval history, which we've come to see. And now it's kind of known for its shopping as well, and its eclectic style. Anyway, we'll go and have a look around. But we're going to start here at St John's Church. Oh, wow, look at this. This old brickwork here. Stunning, isn't it? Beautiful church. They've even got the old tile in here. And the old walls. As you can see, it's a very beautiful and ornate church. Now underneath this church, it has the spring that fed the village, and we'll be able to see the leaks in some of the streets, so we can see how it flowed through the village. We'll go and look at the fountain as well, where people of the town would come to collect their water. Also, apparently underneath this church is a blind room, so that's a room that has no windows, and that was used as a jail. I wanted to come here and see this ancient font, which is apparently surrounded by the 7 deadly sins. Taking the steps down now towards Cheap Street, but I do want to stop at the fountain and also look at the entrance from the fountain to the church, because that is pretty spectacular. And this is Lion Fountain, because that is a lion's head. And this is where the water source was. And like I say, it came from a spring underneath the church, and still does. Anyway, this is the stairway if you go from the fountain. So this is from the olden days. This is beautiful. Look at this. And this would have led from the fountain, well, it does still lead from the fountain. Look at this, up to the church. Look at the stonework. How beautiful is this? This is just absolutely beautiful and stunning. I'm loving this. I'm loving the columns and just the stonework. And it's so beautifully preserved. And it's so beautifully preserved. Isn't it amazing when you find bits of history like this? Anyway, let's go on. Let's go and have a look what else there is in Frome. So we're now on Cheap Street, and this is one of the most preserved medieval streets in all of Europe. And it still has the leek running through the middle. Look at that. So that carries the water from the spring under St John's Church. And it's been running for hundreds of years. There's no way of stopping it. Now you have all these beautiful independent shops. Isn't it marvellous? Look at the buildings up there. Done a wonderful job, haven't they, of keeping it restored. Careful, don't fall down the leaf. Whole food shops. Black moon tattoos. Lots of little independent shops down here. Well, it's the buildings. Absolutely beautiful. And I love that the Leet is still running.
We're putting in people. Wonderful.
So just off Sheep Street, actually on King Street, you have the Archangel. And this dates back as far as the Domesday Book. And first recorded as an inn in 1311. Back onto Cheap Street, and we come to Marketplace and Boyle Cross. And that's Boyle Cross there. And it's covered at the moment. So it's got a little fountain around it as well. So the Boyle Cross used to separate the market into the upper and lower levels. It weighs a ton, apparently. It took about 6 months to build. And this is Marketplace. So in the day, there was a market hall here. And now, it still holds markets and it has all these old buildings around it. And some market stalls. Let's have a look at the market stalls. And she's got beautiful flowers here, hasn't she?
I don't want to buy it twice, mate. It's terrible black and white thinking.
Lots of speciality delicatessens here, and coffees, and oh, look at these mushrooms. Gourmet mushrooms, and a bakery. Look at the old sign on that building for Yehovah's Tractors Limited. Beautiful. We did see on that building, they have the old A.S. Hashby for developing and printing, and then on the other side of it, all Kodak services, or sorry, all Kodak supplies. It has engraved on the top as well, china and glass, showrooms, something dinner service. It's just marvellous, isn't it, how they've just kept it as it is. Now we're leaving the market and we're going up Stoney Street. We're in the area of St Catherine's and we're going to Catherine Hill, which is now, look at these shops, all these lovely little things. And Catherine Hill is meant to be like the shopping mecca now, the place you come. do your shopping. And this is Catherine Hill, so the main shopping street. It's called this after a chapel that was dedicated to St Catherine of Alexandria that once stood at the top of the hill. And now it's all these independent shops. Oh, it's a steep hill. Still Life Gin, Movement 2. Lots of really interesting shops. And look at this vintage shop. Look at these outfits.
No.
Marvellous.
What's on the side streets?
You alright, Karen?
Yeah.
Another vintage shop. And down there, it's closed, you can't get in there. There's another church.
So she's held her.
So we've reached the top of Catherine Hill and we're on to Catherine Street. Oh gosh, there's some nice dresses in there. And there's a few more shops up here. But we just need to quickly go and look at this old lamppost. So this is Valentine lamp, and it is the only working gas lamp in Somerset. And they light it on Valentine's Day. How romantic is that? I love that.
Yeah, it is. Oh, really? But then...
Our final stop on this tour of Frome is on Gentle Street, and this is a cobblestone medieval street. It's quite steep and it's full of 16th, 17th, 18th century homes. So let's have a look. Here we've got the old brewery as we come in, and you see what I mean? It's a steep cobblestone street. So this was the major entry point to the town, and it was originally known as the Hunger Lane because of its steepness. Oh gosh, it's going to get worse. Oh. But now it was changed to Gentle Street because of the gentle folk that lived here. Oh wow, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at these buildings. Wow. It is like walking through history. I love all this sort of stuff. They've obviously filled the old leat here, but we saw that in Cheap Street. But still, they've maintained all these buildings. Oh, it's hard to walk on it. It's very cobbly and very steep, so it's quite hard to walk. No, I kind of did it so I was walking downhill. But of course I had to come uphill to get here, so it didn't really make much difference. But this cobblestones are tough. Streets here are steep, but helps you with your cardio. As you can see, it brings us down to the church, and this is where we started our tour. Look at that drill hall. The Light Infantry, 3rd Volunteer Battalion, 1889. And so there you have it. This is Frome in Somerset. What a beautiful town. If you love your history and your medieval buildings and cobblestones, this is definitely a place to come and visit. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's got some lovely shops. Beautiful church. Yeah, lots to see. I've really enjoyed coming here. Oh, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. I hope you enjoyed Frome. Take care, bye.